When we think about this path that you have felt a calling towards, not everyone feels the desire to share themselves and put themselves out there like this, but you feel the desire. So what if the point of that longing, the point of that desire is not any outcome, but the transformational journey of healing that you would need to walk in order to stay on that path? Allowing ourselves to be seen is facing ourselves. It's facing what we are scared other people will say and think about us. And in so doing, it's facing what we think about us. So it is a path, it is an invitation towards deeper healing. I know that for me, through this path and through my absolute fear of being disliked, of being canceled, of being someone who disappoints the people who are drawn to my voice or lets people down in a significant way, I've been invited to, I've been called into such a deep and transformational healing journey where I have had to cultivate a level of unconditional love for myself that I did not have prior. And what if that was the point all along? The universe gives us many different options and paths towards our healing, towards becoming the kind of friend we were always meant to be, towards becoming the kind of teacher we were always meant to be, or healer we were always meant to be. And I truly believe that for me, my desire to be seen was an invitation into healing the parts of myself that I was terrified would be rejected. Healing, putting the power to dictate who I am into other people's hands and whether they approve of me or not. I hold myself now with such a deeper level of love because I know how precarious the internet is. I know that anything can go negatively viral. I know that hate comments happen. I've experienced that. It's awful. It's horrible. And so I hear a lot of talk on the fear of being seen, and I experience this fear. It doesn't go away. But I want you to sit with your desire to be seen. I want you to sit with why you feel a longing, a calling to be seen. And I want that voice within you to have its say. I don't want you to make this all about your fear. Allow yourself to say, well, wouldn't it be nice if? And let the desire speak through you. Because if all there is fear and there's nothing to counteract that fear, what do? We stay stagnant. The fear wins. I think that a new world is trying to become through our hands and hearts. I really believe that. I believe that it speaks to us through our longings. I believe that we only get to see our side of the longing, but that there are millions, thousands, or even tens of people on the other side of that longing. I really believe that if you long to be seen, if you long to express a message, if you long to share your voice with the world, it is because the universe, the collective, longs to hear you, longs to see you. I really think we think of our longings as though we are the sum total of the longing. But I think energetically we are feeling a pull that is not only our own pull. We are feeling the pull of audiences or people, community members or friends, listeners or readers that we are being asked to believe in before they materialize, before they manifest. And the beginning asks the most of us in terms of how much we will hold ourselves with love and trust and surrender. Because in the beginning, we are the one on the stage and we are the only one in the audience. And we have to be the one cheering us on, even when we feel embarrassed, even when we feel unworthy, even when we feel it's not good enough. And if you look at how many paths in the world invite you to do that, invite you to love yourself that much, that you are willing to allow yourself to be seen trying, that you are willing to allow yourself to be seen doing something that you know many people you went to high school with or college with or worked with or parents or friends or exes will find embarrassing. How many paths will offer you such a deep level of facing yourself and holding that self with love, with compassion, with pride, saying, babe, I'm so proud of you for posting that video. I don't care that it got 14 views. I don't care that no one commented or it got a hate comment. I am so proud of you because you've been wanting to do this for months and you finally hit send. My love, I am so proud of you for committing this idea that you had last night into a video, into a song, into an essay. and you allowed that to be experienced by others, and you trusted that maybe someone needed to hear the exact words that you felt called to say. And as you hold yourself with that love, your entire frequency of being will shift. Because now you're able to hold a frequency of compassion, of unconditional love towards yourself. And what kind of friend do you think that will turn you into? What kind of healer do you think that will turn you into? That you stepped into the unknown. You didn't know how the video would turn out. You didn't know how the essay would turn out in terms of how people would react. But you loved yourself so much that you still allowed it to be received. Your entire frequency of being will shift. And maybe that is the whole point. Maybe the universe knows there is a level of self-love and love towards others and love towards the possibilities that could manifest through you and love towards the collective that is meant to be the frequency that you are on, but you need an initiation onto that frequency and into it. And the universe has offered this to you as a path. Not the only path. I'm not saying this is the only way to walk this path, but it has been mine, so I'm speaking from that place. It's offered you this path and said, babes, there's a frequency of being I know that you feel called to, and this is your journey to that frequency of unconditional love, of wisdom you will gain on this path, of the kind of healing you will need to allow yourself to walk through if you want to continue to face yourself and have others face you in this way. Of surrendering to the unknown, of releasing control because we cannot control what comes next, and our creativity and our visibility invites us to face the fact that we cannot control, to face surrender. And it's offered you this path, and what do? Well, often you resist it. You say, no, I'm not good enough. You say, no, now's not the time. You say, no, I'll just consume other people's content because it will fulfill that small part of me that wants to be doing exactly what they're doing. Or maybe the more shadowy sides of it, you get stuck in judgment of what other people are doing. You say, oh, this episode could have been better. I would have done it this way. Oh, if I had a podcast, I'd be doing it that way. Oh, this video, I could have done it better. People less talented than me are doing more than I am because they have the audacity. But that is the ego. It's not about talent at the end of the day. It's about courage. It's about bravery. It's about allowing yourself to be seen, but not because that's more holy or divine or precious, but it's because it's the path that you know you are being called, invited into. And the thing about a calling or a longing or purpose, or the sense that something may be part of your purpose, you don't know. You could dislike it. And you could say, oh, I tried that, but at least I allowed myself to try. But the thing about a longing, the thing about a calling, the thing about the sense that you're meant to be doing something that you're not, is it only gets louder. And now you may say, oh, I wish I started in 2010. Imagine where I'd be now. In 2030, you're going to be saying the same thing about this moment, babes. Time is always passing. Time is always passing. How will we pass with it? How will we be with this moment? Why did your soul choose this time to incarnate with these technologies available to it? Why did your voice choose this time to be present as a frequency in the world? Maybe it's because it wanted to be heard and to be seen and to be received. Maybe it's because it wanted to serve through this medium that has its challenges and issues and problems and shadows of its own, yes. But it is such an invitation to dance with your ego, to see the places that your ego is still calling on you to shed, to heal, to reconcile. And also it's calling on you not only to heal your own beliefs and stories and systems of thinking of yourself and how you'll be received. It's calling on you to believe in the collective, to believe that there are people out there who want to hear from you precisely. There are people who want to see you precisely. And there'll be a ripple effect to you allowing yourself to be seen that you can't even comprehend because we don't know our impact. That you feel this path will allow you to put into motion in the universe. And that is why the path won't stop screaming at you. That is why you can't go on YouTube without wishing you were a YouTuber. You can't go on TikTok without feeling you're meant to be a TikToker. You can't go on Instagram without feeling a sense of guilt, of self-betrayal. Why am I leaving myself behind? Why am I not honoring that this is what I want? I want you to step into desire, okay? There's a lot of things around being seen and followed that we are not really given much space to claim. I want you to say, I want to be seen. I want to be seen. I don't even understand fully why, but I know that I want to be seen. And what if that mystery of not knowing is because that desire is not only yours? What if you are feeling and carrying the frequency of desire for all of us who want to see you? What if this is part of your healing? What if this is part of your calling? What if this is part of our healing, our calling? What if there's a random sentence that you would say on one of your videos that changes someone's life, that they've been meaning to hear for so long? Because sometimes the episode or the video is about one thing, but a person just randomly says that other thing, and that's what sticks with you. We need as many people who feel called to love to be sharing their gifts in the way that they feel called to. I never want to impose a path on anyone and say you should be doing something you don't want to do. I'm speaking to the people who already want to do this thing and yet are feeling blocked and yet are feeling afraid. But what I'm saying to you, my love, is what if the fear you feel when you think about being seen and judged and cancelled, when you think about what your friend from high school will say, when you think about what your mom will say, when you think about what your ex will say, oh no, so embarrassing, so cringe. What if that fear is the point? What if the universe wants you to sit with that fear and learn, like the fire dancer, to dance with it, to be with it, to be present to it, because you are very aware, you're very feeling, sensitive, you're open, so you carry all the frequencies. So now this path makes you think of the fear you feel towards it, and you think that fear is a mistake. But what if it's actually part of the journey you're supposed to be walking? Is facing that fear, being with it. And what if the universe has given you this path because it knows that there are very few others that would have allowed you to heal this sense of being blocked by fear, the sense of letting other people's judgment or potential judgment of you stop you from doing what you feel called to do. Healing happens in so many different ways. But I think it's the actions that won't leave us alone in terms of our feeling called towards them that hold a very potent kind of transformation within them. So you are done hiding from what you know must be done. You are done resisting what you know you desire. I want you to say to yourself, I want to be seen. I want people to see me. I want people to hear my ideas. I want. And in me wanting, I am fulfilling the desires. As long as I'm aligning myself to love and acting in integrity, I'm fulfilling the desires of the collective. This is my initiation, if you like that word, very culturally charged. This is my calling. This is my path. And the more I resist it, the more I will feel like I'm out of alignment. The more I will be haunted by what could have been. And yes, I could have started earlier, but I'm just going to say that again in 5 years if I don't start now. And if I started, but I'm struggling to continue, can I be brave enough to trust, to stick through the uncertainty? I love you so much, and there are people who dream of hearing the exact words that you feel called to say. I hope that this has served you. I hope that you feel seen, and I hope you honor your desire to be. Because we cannot let fear rule everything that we do. We have to let the desire in. We have to let the purpose in. We have to let the alignment in. And we have to be wise enough to accept when a path has made itself known that it is ours to walk. You are being called into purpose. You are being called into service. You are being called into courage and love. And I promise you, if you walk this path, there is so much community, and love that is going to coalesce around you because you were brave enough to walk the path that you were always meant to. If you do want support on your journey, you can book a one-off session with me to go deeper, to dissolve your blocks, your fears, to discuss your dreams, your hopes, to hold space for the both and. And at the same time, I hope that this video has served you and has encouraged you to take that next step on the path that you know is rightfully yours, and that we, the collective, knows is also very much ours.